The first piece of artwork is the magnificent Aphrodite of Cnidos by Praxiteles. Praxiteles, according to the Encyclopaedia Britannica, was the greatest of the Attic sculptors of the 4th century BCE and one of the most original of the Greek artists. His piece, Aphrodite of Cnidos, is said to be one of the most renowned. In fact, it is frequently mentioned in many literary sources. Praxiteles carved the statue, but unfortunately the precise date of its creation is unknown. 360 to 330 BC was the height of Praxiteles' career and is most likely to have been the time in which the statue was created. He gained his inspiration for this statue from a mistress he had during that time period. She modeled for him. This statue was both three-dimensional and of monumental form. The reason I say was is because although the Aphrodite of Cnidos was a charmer in its time, it unfortunately did not survive. The book, The Aphrodite of Cnidos and Her Successors, a historical review of the female nude in Greek art, claims that the work was last seen in the palace of Lausos in Constantinople in the early Christian period, and it was consumed by a fire there in 476 AD. Although the original is no more, many duplicates were made before the statue had been taken by the fire. The duplicates can be found in both small and large sizes. And these small and large duplicates are made of bronze, clay, and stone as well. The Aphrodite of Cnidos replicas have been found all over the Mediterranean world. It is argued that the best of the duplicates are found in both the Vatican Museum and the Louvre in Paris. If you're ever in Europe, be sure to visit either of these museums and see the magnificent Aphrodite of Cnidos by Praxiteles for yourself. You won't regret it, I promise.
The second piece of artwork we are going to be looking at is the Tomb of Orcus, or as some people call it, the Tomb of Marina. The Tomb of Orcus is a 4th century BC burial chamber in Tarquinia, Italy, and was discovered by a French officer in 1868. The tomb is separated into two chambers, Orcus I and Orcus II, but at some point, the wall separating the two tombs was knocked down, creating one big tomb with two entrances. Orcus I was created between 470 and 450 BC, and the artwork inside this tomb is highly praised. When you step into Orcus I, you notice that the main and right walls depict a scene of a banquet. When you look closer at the painting, the banqueteers are surrounded by demons who serve as cupbearers. One of the banqueteers is a noble woman named Via Velcia. This portrait of Velcia has been called the Mona Lisa of antiquity because of her realistic profile. But unlike the Mona Lisa, this portrait is noticed for her grimace and sneer. Now, when we are going to take a look at Orcus II, unlike Orcus I, some of the paintings are going to be considered poorly done. The first thing you're going to notice is the entrance being guarded by paintings of Charon. Charon is the keeper of the underworld. You will also see paintings of a Cyclops. When the tomb was first discovered, the Cyclops was mistaken for the ruler of the underworld, Orcus, which is how the tomb had gotten its name. The back wall depicts a funeral procession overseen by Hades, the Etruscan god of the underworld, and his wife Persephone. The left wall is believed to depict Agamemnon, Teresis, and Ajax in the underworld. Scientific analysis tells us that the paint that was used contained oppermint, calcite, and copper. You could tell that these paintings reflect grief and unhappiness. According to the book called Abundance of Life, a Etruscan wall painting states that this is a work forgotten amongst the great.